In the heart of Texas, 1956 was a year that rocked more than just the music scene. It was the year Elvis Presley set Waco ablaze with his electrifying presence, and Kay Wheeler became the unwitting ambassador for his cult-like following. A 17-year-old girl with a passion that rivaled any business deal, Kay founded a fan club so dedicated it could make any CEO green with envy. But it wasn't just any fan club, it was a movement that caught the attention of the music world and beyond. It all started when Elvis graced Waco with his presence, performing to a crowd that was smaller than expected. Only 5,000 fans turned up for the event at the Waco Coliseum, a venue that could hold 11,000. Kay, with her sharp wit and unwavering loyalty to the king, felt it was a disgrace. "Why, they ought to be flattered he came here," she said, her voice dripping with disbelief. "Waco is the squarest town in America, and here he is, ignoring us." Kay's reaction was about to ignite a firestorm. She demanded Elvis retract any suggestion that he was misquoted or affected by a condition she playfully linked to Tourette's syndrome. Her stance was clear: "Parker doesn't own me." Whether Parker, presumably Elvis's manager Sam Phillips, actually responded to her bold declaration remains a tale untold, but Kay's spirit was undeterred. Kay Wheeler wasn't just any fan. She was the national president of an Elvis Presley fan club that had amassed 10,000 members across the country. Her role was more than just organizing meet and greets. She was a voice for the devoted, a force to be reckoned with. With her sharp tongue and quick wit, she wasn't afraid to speak her mind, even to the press. When asked if Elvis was losing his appeal, Kay shot back, "That's the biggest idiotic statement I ever heard." To her, Elvis was timeless as long as there were women around. Her club's influence was undeniable. Kay's article, "I Flipped Over Elvis," for a movie magazine sparked a tidal wave of fan letters and membership applications. Her words echoed across the nation: "He never writes me, he's just too busy," yet her dedication didn't waver. She met Elvis 4 times in Texas, each encounter leaving her more starstruck and determined. But Kay's ambition didn't stop at mere admiration. She saw an opportunity to capitalize on the frenzy surrounding Elvis, turning fandom into a business. Elvis merchandise was born, and Kay was at the forefront. From hats to lipsticks, the market was flooded with Elvis-branded goods. The girl who once dreamed of saying something to Elvis now had her say through the products that adorned fans from head to toe. The merchandising was wild. Elvis tennies, replicas guaranteed to be authentic, were just the start. Fans could dress the part with Elvis-inspired poodle skirts and accessorize with hats emblazoned with song titles. Lipstick that matched the vibrant colors of fandom was just another item in a long list of Elvis-themed products. It wasn't just about the music, it was about creating an identity, a way to show devotion in every aspect of life. While Kay was building her empire, Elvis was performing like there was no tomorrow. At the Sam Houston Coliseum in Houston, 1956, the air was thick with teenage energy. Over 8,000 screaming fans packed the arena, dwarfing the performance space meant for 5,000. The show was a whirlwind of sound and fury, with Elvis barely able to be heard over the deafening cheers. Police and emergency personnel were on standby, a testament to the power of Elvis's presence. Kay Wheeler's story and Elvis's wild ride through Waco illustrate a pivotal moment in music history. A girl's unwavering support sparked a national phenomenon, turning a local sensation into a global icon. In the world of 1956, Kay and Elvis showed that with passion, dedication, and a dash of marketing genius, anything was possible. In the sweltering atmosphere of the Bixar County Coliseum in San Antonio, Elvis Presley's presence ignited a frenzy among his young fans. This was no ordinary concert. It was an event that left the town buzzing with excitement and, for some, sheer madness. The air was thick with anticipation as thousands of fans, mostly teenage girls, packed the venue, their hearts pounding in unison with the beat of rock and roll. As the gates opened, a wave of screams erupted. Fans rushed forward, their eyes locked onto the stage, hoping for a glimpse of their idol. Some climbed chairs, others pressed against the walls just to be closer. The police, anticipating this chaos, formed a protective barrier around Elvis, but even their best efforts couldn't dampen the fervor. When Elvis finally appeared, it was like a dam breaking. The crowd's roar was deafening. He took the stage striding confidently, or at least as confident as one could be while being mobbed by adoring fans. His attire, a black suit with a white t-shirt and boots, became almost secondary to his wild, hip-swinging moves. The crowd responded in kind, falling to their knees, pounding the floor, and beating their heads in ecstasy. One fan, overwhelmed with emotion, screamed she just wanted to touch him. Another collapsed, lost in the moment, only to be gently but firmly ushered out by the police. Elvis, seemingly unbothered by the chaos, even paused mid-performance to ask, "I'd like to do a song." His voice was drowned out by the screams, but the effect was clear. His fans were entranced. The intensity reached a fever pitch as more fans tried to storm the stage. Each attempt only fueled the frenzy. One girl, disoriented by the crowd, couldn't even recall her name when police tried to help her leave. To Elvis, it seemed, the individual was lost in the sea of adoration. Throughout the show, Elvis remained remarkably calm amidst the pandemonium. At one point, he laughed at the madness, encouraging more music to fuel the frenzy. It was a dance of control versus chaos, with Elvis somehow maintaining a semblance of composure. After the final song, as Elvis sped away in his car, leaving a trail of rubber marks on the asphalt, the crowd's energy slowly began to dissipate. Yet even as the Coliseum emptied, a core group of fans lingered, exhausted but eager for more. They planned to return for his evening show, proof of Elvis's magnetic pull. Backstage, Elvis faced another kind of mob fans who had managed to follow him, chanting his name as he prepared for his next performance. The Coliseum, now mostly empty, echoed with the promise of more chaos to come. Elvis Presley, in the midst of it all, was the calm center of a storm of youthful passion, leaving behind a legacy of music and mayhem that would be talked about for years to come. In October 1956, San Antonio was buzzing with excitement. The city was about to host a legendary performer, Elvis Presley. Fans filled the air with cheers, chanting his name. They had heard he was coming and they were ready to show their love. Sherry Davis was among those fans. She was a country music singer from Fort Worth. Sherry was nervous but determined. She had a job to do open for Elvis at the Cotton Bowl show. Her music was different from Elvis's, but she was ready to show the crowd she belonged there. On the first night in San Antonio, Sherry took the stage. She sang her heart out, hoping to calm the wild crowd, but it was tough. The audience wanted Elvis. They cheered so loudly for him that Sherry's music was almost drowned out. After her set, fans stormed the place, searching for a glimpse of the king. Sherry had to escape to her hotel with fans knocking on her door, hoping to see Elvis. The next night was in Waco. Fewer fans showed up, but the excitement was still there. Sherry learned that Elvis wasn't there, and the crowd was confused and upset. She had to deal with fans who thought Elvis would appear at her hotel room. It was chaotic, but she managed to keep her cool. When the time came for the show in San Antonio, things were different. Elvis knew Sherry had been mistreated at the press conference. He made sure to find her and apologize. He even kissed her on the cheek. It was a sweet moment, showing he valued her presence at his show. Despite the chaos, the shows in San Antonio were a huge success. Elvis performed to thousands, filling the air with his unique sound. Fans loved every minute, singing along to songs like Hound Dog and Jailhouse Rock. Elvis moved effortlessly through the performance, his charisma captivating everyone. After the show, Sherry got a break from the madness. A local hero, Gordon Stoker, took her to visit the Alamo. The historic site was beautiful, filled with history and charm. They walked among the old stones, enjoying the peace away from the commotion, but not everything went smoothly. As they left, a police officer approached their car. It turned out Elvis's car had no license plates. Stoker quickly explained the situation, and everything was fine. It was another small hiccup in an otherwise amazing night. Elvis Presley's visit to San Antonio was more than just a concert. It was a moment where a legend connected with his fans, showed kindness, and left an unforgettable mark on the city. Sherry Davis, the unsuspecting country singer, got to be part of this magic. And though her encounter with Elvis was brief, it was one she would never forget. In the end, the night was filled with music, excitement, and a touch of Hollywood glamour. San Antonio had hosted the king, and everyone was still buzzing about it long after the last note faded away.